That was Morrissey, the youngest was the most loved. You're listening to the Russell Brand Show, pre-recorded on BBC Radio 2, and here's your host. I am! With me here, well not with me here, across the Atlantic in your country, England, is Matt Morgan. Hello, Matthew.
Hello, Russell.
Are you alright? Because it's late at night where you are, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm nocturnal. It's alright. It's 1:10 in
Would
the
you
morning.
really feel better, do you, night man? Because
I like
it's
it.
past your bedtime.
Well, we're allowed the studio lights down low, unlike when you're here and you need it all bright.
Need it all bright so as I can see me ego rinsing into every corner of the room. Is Mr. G, Poet Laureate of the show there?
Yeah, he's over here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Here he is.
All right.
There's proof.
Proof if proof be need be. It's going to be a hell of a show, right? I'm here in Los Angeles. I'm here with several people that are familiar to you. Nick Phillips, our handsome yet guilty producer, is here. His insomnia's gone through the roof because he's in a different time zone. His father, who is a vicar, is furious because he is in a city notorious for sin. All sorts goes on here. Turn your phone. Who's left their phone on? That's unforgivable.
You have.
It's not me. Oh, it is me.
I knew
Hold
it
on.
would be.
Oh no, well that's unprofessional. I'll just answer it. Hello. Listen, Sean, my Los Angeles agent. I'm on live. I'm not live. I'm
what
pre-recorded on the radio. What do you mean, Matt? Stop interfering. Are you all right, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. You're an LA resident now with your 310 area code.
Sean, would you say my career's going well here in Los Angeles?
I would say you're killing it, and in the smallest village on the
There we are.
What?
of the world better watch out because your fame is going to come rushing in like a tidal wave.
Right, fame's rushing in like a tidal wave. Perhaps not as negative as a tidal wave, causing destruction, fear and loss of life, but certainly as impressive. Sean, can I ring you back in a little bit, mate?
Absolutely.
Oh, so sexy. Oh, it's like a real life Jerry Maguire, imagine it. I'll show you the money, but first have a look at this. It's me privates. That was, yeah, there's old Sean Elliott. That's good that we've got
Did
him
you
on the
ask him
radio.
to ring it this time?
Matthew, you're a deeply cynical man.
There's Sean Elliott, my LA agent. Let's just take this call. Sean, when he tried to describe your fame or whatever, how things were going, he was unintelligible. He was put on the spot. He sprawled. He went, you're the tiniest dot.
It's because we've never discussed it before. He actually represents me for a temping agency that I'm doing some waiting work for currently. But it's very good. It's a very nice little diner, and I get to dress up as Marilyn Monroe. So I'm well on the way to becoming a big celebrity.
What's your house like out there?
Well, Matt,
You've just given away your area code.
Yes. Well, it's certainly very nice.
Drive by.
Matt, stop encouraging. I've had enough trouble with the Crips and the Bloods since I've moved in. I've gone Crips, Bloods. If you boys can't get along, I'll tell you what, I'm going to rub your face in that. Rub his little face in it till he's learned his lesson. Right, my house, big, bloody great big thing it is, showed us, right, this real estate agent who showed it around it, right, she called Debbie. We turned up there, well, I mean, you know, could she have, I don't know if it's possible to get any older without tumbling into a grave. She was wearing little red woolen gloves, she was, mate.
Really?
Little red woolen gloves.
Wooden?
Not wooden. It's Pinocchio! Every time she lied, a facial appendage leapt out. She showed us round the house. Right, she had a very rigorous route that she wanted us to follow, and when we broke away from that route, she was disgruntled. I was there with Nick, agent Nick, and of course Sharon, and and Nicola.
So everyone's
Nicola,
called Nick.
Yeah.
That's
Nick,
policy now.
yeah, I like people to be called Nick, because then I just go, Nick! What the hell's going on? And I know that someone called Nick will arrive to contend with that problem. Nicola, makeup artist Nicola, is also out here. This is what it's like being with Nicola. She'll go out the house for about a minute to get a bag of crisps or something. She'll go, here, I just see Will Ferrell down there. Right? Then she'll go out and get some toilet duck. Hold up, set, I just see Russell Crowe at the post office. She loves him. She keeps, every time she leaves the house, she reckons she's seen something. Yeah, I just see Christina Aguilera out there in a laundrette. Everywhere she goes, she comes back with some balderdash lie. Hold up, there's Elvis Presley digging in a garden. It's a big pack of stupid lies. Moment after moment. Yeah, she's out here.
So you haven't told me about the house, you just told me an old lady with gloves on that you angered showed you round it.
She was wearing red... You know that
She
voice
was
you
wearing
do?
gloves because she was told.
Matthew.
About you?
They weren't rubber, they weren't latex.
Rosie, you gotta wear gloves. This guy's a live wire.
He's a real jack-in-a-box. They were woolen gloves. Any self-respecting STD could wriggle through that glove fabric in a second. If I got even a thimbleful of my delicious germ onto her, it would have been straight up her wrist. Yeah, get down your wrist. I'll tell you what she speaks like, mate, that real estate agent. You know that when you go, hello, sir.
She's from New York?
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Hello.
And she like, come in. First thing she says, Betty Davis used to live in this house, sir. Like that, right? She told me Betty Davis lived in it. Then she told me Diana Ross lived in it, and I started to think, this is a lie. Because like, I looked in one of the drawers. There's mouse droppings in it. Mouse droppings, Matt, in a drawer.
How do you know how to identify mouse dropping? Oh, you used to have one, didn't you?
I used to have little pet mice and that, and also I've lived in squalor for a lot of my life. So if I see mouse droppings, I recognise it.
Yes.
Unless it was Diana Ross's droppings, of course. Small little husks. I understand that Diana Ross does a very sturdy piece of faecal matter. Great big gorgeous loaf, I imagine Diana Ross would produce.
So it's a nice place.
Well, not of all this mouse droppings everywhere. Right, so no, it's actually, it's beautiful, mate. You'll enjoy it. You and G have to come out there as soon as possible. It's very, very nice. But I'm just trying to work out whether or not that's a lie about Diana Ross living there and Betty Davis living there. I'll tell you one thing. Went up to the bedroom. There's a cabinet with a TV in it. It's beautiful. It's got a swimming pool. Beautiful, spectacular view.
I bet you've complained at least about one thing so far.
Yes, here are my list of complaints. Internet is not working properly. Heating is not working properly. Hot water's not working properly.
You're in LA. Heating?
Well, it's chilly. It's ever so chilly. You know me, I like to be nice and warm, don't I?
You like the outside room temperature to be the same as inside your body?
That's right. That's right. You don't want... If I was to dip my finger into my anus, I want the air temperature to be exactly the same. It's a regular occur every hour, on the hour. Fancy a dip. Bing, bing. I'm my own puppet.
He's being modest with finger as well.
There's Dave, the engineer's face has moved from amusement to disgust. A face that I've seen on... That's an expression engineers' faces the world over. I've seen that descent. Oh, this bloke seems quite nice. Oh, he's a disgusting, filthy pig. There we are. Right, no, continue with my list of complaints. There was some plastic crockery in the kitchen, like we're going to have an indoor picnic.
Oh,
that's no good.
Snob.
Right, what do you mean? That's not snobby.
Probably Diana Ross when she had some abusive partner or something. She had to keep...
Ike Turner, come round. Diana, you better tidy up, you goddamn bitch. I'm going to throw the crockery at you. But luckily, Diana had... What Ike doesn't know... God bless you, Beetle. Oh, dear, long may he rest. So, yeah, right, I'll tell you, continuing along my list of complaints, yeah, crockery, that's a problem. What else was there? There's something else was bothering me. Oh, yeah, that's it. I found a packet of... Right, firstly, there's some pornography in the cabinet in the bedroom where I found some of the mouse droppings, but it said, something like sorority party, sort of youth-focused porn. It said, like, 19-year-old girls or something like that. Right, so, all right, fair enough.
What, were you complaining they were too old?
Look at these old hags!
Where's that old lady with the gloves? Now, come back in here! Now, I know you're a very senior woman, but these girls...
Look at them, this one can barely walk. Now, why don't you take those gloves off and make me happy? Come on. Oh, leave the glove on then, right? And also, right, in that drawer...
What was the complaint about porn? You actually...
There's actually pornography in the house and I'm a sex addict, so well done. Well
Very
done.
selfish. I'm a proper sex addict. I've got a certificate and a stiffy, and it's all because of your pornography. Yeah, but hold on, Matthew, check this out. In the same drawer as that pornography, there was a Family Value pack of child's knickers. Like, about 20 pair of child's knickers in a drawer.
So, what I am taking from this story is that you went to LA with nothing but a porno mag and some kids' knickers, and then felt scared.
And with these two items, I shall build my future. Hooray for Hollywood! I've got all the child's
That's a bit
knickers.
weird, isn't it?
It's a bit weird when you move in an house. One thing you don't want is Diana Ross's crap everywhere and kids' knickers in a drawer.
That's why the woman's wearing gloves. Honestly, I bet there's some horror stories. The place you've moved into, I bet it's Amityville. Honestly,
that's right. That's the name of it. Number 15, Amityville. Mentally ill from Amityville. Oh no, we've moved into an house of horror. Previous tenants, Fred and Rose West, care of Mansons. Oh God, what have we done? Yeah, well anyway, it's quite nice. Aside from that, it's got a swimming pool.
So what was
Big
I
telly,
still don't
colour.
understand the complaint about porn. You
What?
just sort of went, oh, there's some weird things in the cupboard.
What? No, what the complaint is, Matt, I found there was, like, pornography that was, focused on sort of youth, as opposed to, it wasn't like big knockers or, Asian brides. It was young, sort of sorority type thing.
Okay.
And then it was a big a load of knickers. I mean, none of the knickers had a stiff quality to them. It's not as if they'd already been through the mill, but nonetheless, it's a worrying trend. I've been there 5 minutes. God knows what's in the cellar, if that's what they keep in the bedroom drawer.
It's the glamour of Hollywood, Russell. Mouse
Tinsel
droppings.
Town! Whether it's mouse crap or kids' pets, come to Los Angeles! I don't know, what a caper. But nonetheless, it's certainly going to be a hell of a show. Matt Morgan's in his night child mode. Mr. G's scribbling poetry even as we speak. And we've got, of course, regular items to keep us going. For example, you know that Nan thing we've been doing for ages? Well, listen to this from Simon Walsh, claims to be from Cheshire. Although I don't have a story myself, says Simon, it should really become a new item, your Nan story item. Call it Nanecdote, the perfect name.
That's
You
good.
can have that one of
That
me.
is
Good,
good.
isn't it? Nanecdote. Welcome to our new item, Nanecdote. And other items on the show, of course, include our Jingle Race War. We can't call it a competition because of BBC rulings, but Jingle Race Wars are encouraged actively. Matthew, could I just turn your attention to Jingle 56 from Alexandra Freeman? And you will hear a lovely little jingle that might be good for our new item, Nanecdote.
Hello, dear. Hello, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, cry me pipes and things that Nan say. Things we say, we don't know what we're doing, do we?
And hello there, it's time for our item, Nanecdote. This is off of Chris Herbert. He claims to be from Brooklyn. That's nice to know that our fame is spreading across the globe. I've just been enjoying some of the Nan stories and I thought I'd share mine. I remember sitting in my grand's house while she was watching the weather forecast and her saying what a shame it was that Michael Fish was dead. When I pointed out to her she was currently watching him do tonight's weather, she said it must be a repeat. She was also under the impression that Benny Hill was shot. When I pressed her for information, she refused to elaborate. There we go. That's our new item, Nanecdote. Really quite
was
good.
shot.
That's a really odd belief. I would call Benny Hill was shot when he poor thought
By that old
took in his
man who
prime.
used to slap him on the head and it got to him in the end. Shot him.
Well, it starts off with an happy slap, it ends up with the shooting. That can be the problem, dear. Listen to this one. The subject heading for this electric letter that I got here is Nan story involving genitals. Shall I read on? Why wouldn't I? This is from Claire. I just wanted to share my Nan story with you. My Nan went into Woolworths, other shops are available, asked the shop assistant if there were any genitals in the pick and mix sweets. She went on to explain that because she's a vegetarian, she isn't allowed to eat any genitals. The shop assistant looked rather confused, but assured her they were genital-free. Gelatine is probably the word that caused confusion in this story. Ah, poor old lady saying the word genital in a public place there. So yeah, there will be some, perhaps we'll do some more Nan items. Matt Goss.
Come on, use the word.
Oh yeah, sorry, Nanecdotes. Also, we might talk to Matt Goss, formerly of Bros, who's now a solo musician living out here in Los Angeles. And also we're going to be talking to some bloke called Martin Lewis, he claims to be called, who I believe to be a newscaster. He's lived in America. What did he invent, Nick? He invented the secret policeman's ball, apparently, with John Cleese. He's going to give us a guide to living in Los Angeles. That's if we get round to him. What musical choices have we got? What are you laughing at, Matthew?
That ridiculous little bit of information. That's if we get round to him.
That's
Why
if we
tease
do.
us? Why tell us that's going to happen?
Just gets people going, doesn't it? That's how it works, like a real estate agent in little red gloves teasing you with information.
I'm excited about Matt Goss.
Yeah, I know, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I loved Matt Goss as a child, and all of Bros,
Hated
really.
Luke.
Oh, Luke, he
Hated
was
him.
I can't take another second of you, Luke. Piss off. But Matt, welcome, sit down, have a bun. Matthew, have you been all right while I've been away?
I've been really well, yeah.
We're doing really well. Don't go over the top. You've missed me a bit.
Well, I got a
Yes,
text
you
from
have.
you
You always pretend
saying
you
this
ain't
is my
missed me.
new number, and that kept me going for another week. I didn't reply, of course. I didn't want to hang out the flannel, but, you know. But obviously I'm coping day to day.
What have you been doing with yourself?
This and that, you know, little side projects.
Side projects. I bet that's glue sniffing, is it?
No.
Go on.
A
You and
bit.
G.
No.
Floundering, offering about
Glue
a
sniffing
bread
doesn't
bag.
exist anymore.
They don't do glue sniffing anymore.
Well, I don't think you don't
Oh.
really hear of it anymore, do you?
It's a shame when these great traditions die out, I
I
always
know.
think. glue sniffing. It was just a simple little pleasure, brought so much joy to so
It's
many
sort of
grieving
hobby that,
parents.
all the information you need is in the name of the hobby. It's
What do you do? Glue sniffing,
Oh,
train
right.
spotting. Right. Yeah, it tells you exactly where you're going. What ain't you done nothing interesting that you can tell me about?
Let me think. Why am I being put on the spot now?
Yeah,
Mate,
what-
I'll have a think in a song and then get back to you.
Don't you, before we do a radio show, do a little list of things you might like to talk about?
No.
You just turn up. I bet you've got a can of booze in your
I
hand.
haven't. I haven't at all.
Have you?
Gee, have I got any alcohol here?
G's coughing. Right.
That's
let's have a
because
little
he's
listen.
smoking a crack pipe.
That poor. But I've told
As
you
we
about
all
that
are
crack.
here. No, there's none
High
of
on
that going on.
crack. All right. Well, let's have a little listen to a record. Let you two get your rocks off.
Do you want Big Yellow Taxi?
Yes, actually I do, because I mean after that, after Big Yellow Taxi, I'm going to tell you an anecdote that's going to thrill and enthrall you about life in the City of Angels. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, come on then, put it on. All this titting about. Tony Mitchell, Big Yellow Taxi. Listen to Russell Brand. We are pre-recording from Los Angeles. Matt Morgan's there in London. Perhaps you're wondering why that song was written, Matt. Well, are you?
You didn't know?
Well, if you are, here is why. Right, you might want to send me an email, and or if you do, not you, Matt, you could just tell me stuff when you want. But if you're another person, russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Send us an email, what you think or feel.
What, are you going to start that thing up again? Me when
I need presents. I'm in another country.
to all your
Yeah,
fads to
that
send
was
you
good.
presents.
All those presents that I had while I was in Hawaii making that
Don't
film.
send him presents.
Actually, I do like presents. What would I like, though? Much more than presents, no-string sex. Now, if you'd like to send me some no-string sex...
Surely you're in the right place for that, or is it? Oh, you're not famous there, are you?
No, that's the thing, you see.
Gutted.
So
I
there's
bet
the
you
old...
can't get women back to your house because they call it like Amityville. Everyone knows about it.
We ain't
Diana
going back
Ross
to the old
poo in a drawer
Amityville.
there.
Yeah, often you can hear the sound of the Supremes screaming. Actually, it's quite nice. They do good harmonies. But
coach door
nonetheless,
goes
it's still
past.
haunted.
There it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. You can't go in there without gloves on these days. Oh, who's that coming out? It's
If
a
you look
scarecrow in tiny swimming trunks.
Look at his ghostly pallor and ridiculous haircut. Surely this man must have died during the American Civil War. Oh, yeah, any English people on that coach? Someone give me a nosh off.
Have you had any
Anyway.
action yet?
Oh, right, action, is it you want? Till you give me my blood... Well, not give me... I'll tell you, give me my phone number the other night. A very kind nurse. I was baffled and confused.
You pinned it to your duffel coat.
Which was dangerous, actually, because that pin nearly went through my nostril. I'll tell you, no, who gave me her phone number? Dita Von Teese. You know her?
yeah, I
Dita
do.
Von Teese used to be married to Marilyn Manson. Right, well, stick that up your arse.
Hang on a minute, you can't have her.
I can, mate.
What,
with
in a
charm.
romantic way, or in a sort of, like, oh, you know, here's my,
Don't
share a
try
dentist or
and
some sort of
cheapen,
LA thing.
diminish this. You don't share dentists
Yeah, maybe
in LA.
I know a great guy. He's going to
No, there
really
was
help
no-
you.
It was very clearly a prelude to some sort of bloody good tease-ridden burlesque sex, you snuffling, snorting hog
You've
of a man.
interviewed her before, MTV.
That's right, mate. I'll give her the interviewing of her life, and obviously it made quite an impression, because when it came to handing over the digits, I think that's what we say in Los Angeles, she couldn't have been more forthcoming. She looked like she was from the olden days. She was wearing a pearl
Burlesque.
cover...
She's, I don't fancy her myself, so you have
Oh,
her.
that's... Oh, right. Guess who I live next door to? Cameron Diaz. So
When you
there.
say next door,
The next house is Cameron Diaz's house.
have you seen her?
No, Nicola reckons she's seen her, but Nicola thinks she's seen everybody. Every time she leaves the house, she comes back with another lie. But apparently, old Red Glove said Cameron Diaz lives in there. So what about that? Yeah,
This
anyway.
all doesn't ring true, really.
What don't ring true? This rings true.
Dita Von
This is
Teese,
ringing...
Cameron Diaz.
Well, this is
Where have you
Hollywood.
met these people?
I ain't met Cameron Diaz, she's next door, but Dita Von Teese met her down this place called Chateau Marmont's, where people hang out. It's dead fancy there.
Been there.
Oh, yeah. I was there with McKenna the other night. Poor McKenna. He was
Did he hook you
reviewing
up then?
He was funny, he's just his usual self. There's this really brilliant thing. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say this, but listen how funny it is. Right, he goes to Adele. He goes, yeah, Adele, a lot of people don't fancy her because she's a bit chubby. Myself, I don't like the shape of her head. It's like the Queen's head on a penny. What does that mean? That's what he said.
What, she's looking sideways?
Well, I just thought, sometimes someone says something, you think, just let that. Like, I thought, remember that. Don't challenge him on it because he might unravel it.
Remember
somehow.
that and say it on the radio and undermine your friendship with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it out there. That dirty monkey.
Who is Adele
fiddler.
anyway?
She's that one, isn't she? She's a big deal. We'll play one of her records in a minute.
Oh, right.
What's it called? Pavement. Yeah, we'll stick that on. Yeah. What's it called, dear? Chasing the Paving Stones. Oh, we'll pop that on. It's very popular.
So what's your story about Big Yellow Taxi?
Oh, right. Well, Matthew, it'll astonish you to know that is based on the truth. There once was a place, and they only went and pulled it down and put up a parking lot. Well, Joni called it how she saw it, wrote a record about it. The rest, as they say, is history. More of those tales next week. What? That's my Inside LA item. And if you ain't going to get behind my Inside LA item, mate, I don't see this show have much of a future. Because them little tales are the currency.
That's got nothing to do with LA.
Here's my new item, Inside LA. Oscars. Now, that's called an Oscar because this actress had an uncle called Oscar. He looked a bit like the statue. Tune in next week for Inside LA, where I'll tell you something about LA. It's a little known fact that the record, LA Woman by Jim Morrison and the Doors, is about a woman from LA. Tune in next week. Lovely she was, cracking bird, nice fat ass, so he said. Now, hold on, I've got some important things. So, yeah, Dita Von Teese gave me a number. I was doing quite well with her, but, no real results as yet.
Have you tried the number?
Yes, actually, and a very kind gentleman answered. He said, do I want fire, ambulance or police? I said, send all three. Send all three, because there's a party in my pants and Dita's invited. Hell of a time I'm having. I'm so lonely here. And we done a table read for the film that I'm doing. I'm doing that Disney film with Adam Sandler, Bedtime Stories, out at Christmas, starring old Rust.
Table read.
That's what it's called.
Changed.
No, I ain't. I was always a right pompous, stuck-up, arrogant, ambitious...
sitting down round a table to read a script.
I was sat next to a little kid. What a show-off. What a show-off, that little kid. And because he's a little kid, oh, how delightful, everything he says. I was thinking, hold on, I'm much better than him. Let's not lose focus. Let's have a meritocracy around this table. If someone's funny, give them a laugh. If they're cute, how cute can you be forever? I was sat next to Sandler, though. Oh, yeah, we're getting on like house on fire. It's expensive and it's not working. And eventually it will reflect badly on the insurance. No, yeah, I'm getting on well with Adam Sandler. It's going all right. I think the film's going to be quite good. I had to go yesterday and have a full body mould, because at one point I have to wear different types of costumes and everything. Full body mould. They put you in a cast, like, say you break your arm. Imagine that all over your body.
Really? What, breathing through a straw?
No, they do your head separate. They stick 2 straws up your nose for that bit, though. And they do a model of your whole head. And you're really hot in there. And also, you have to put on this flesh-coloured leotard. Then they smother you in Vaseline. And they go, do you want to do your own private parts? I said, nah, go on, guys. Get stuck in.
It won't take long.
I tell you what, mate, I didn't look too sexy in that leotard, I don't mind admitting. Like, it was so revealing that you could see and I'm going to use this word, you could see the ridge of my helmet, right, through the leotard, and my little genitals,
it's quite a ridge.
It's a hell of a ridge.
Like,
more of a canyon, really. It's an impressive natural wonder.
Great big speed bump of a thing.
I'm thinking of knocking it down and putting up a parking lot. Bloody way society's going. When I came out of the toilet wearing the all-in-one flesh-coloured leotard, and the bloke that was applying all this plaster, he saw me in my sheepish little face and he went, humbling, isn't it? Just said that to me.
Humbling, isn't it? Having a penis so small like you've got. Goodbye.
We're not going to work on you, sir. This is a family movie, and families are created from well-formed genitals. Get out. Yeah, so it went. It was
Why
actually
is your
right.
Hollywood experience always so weird and, emasculating?
Well, I just think it's my lifestyle, innit? I'm always getting up to emasculating things. It's my way. I'm a very proud man. I put myself out there to be shot down, and so it happens at every opportunity. I'm regularly shot down.
Why do they have to cast your body? They think, oh, God, we can't deal with him. Let's just make a rubber one of him.
We'll get him in as little as possible. Rubber! Russell! No, get the rubber one! The rubber one! Hello! Would you like me to do a joke?
No.
I'm Sandler.
Go back in your playpen.
Give him Dita Von Teese's phone number. The number you have called is made up. Please sit down and shut up. Yeah, so that's... But no, I don't know why everything's like that. Because I'm a comic character, innit?
Don't get with Natalie Portman, because then I would be jealous.
Ah, Natalie Portman. She's on the old list of women I'm planning to chat up.
She wouldn't like you.
She might, mate, because I tell you something, things are going well out here and people like an English dandy. Since time immemorial, English dandies have been celebrated over here.
You don't want to typecast yourself as that. Look at, Paul Hogan.
That's true, Paul Hogan.
He went over there, probably thought, I could do loads of these Crocodile Dundee movies.
People never tire of that.
2 of them.
Hey, what if Crocodile Dundee was under the sea? What then? Hey, I don't want to bore anybody, but what about Crocodile Dundee in an inferno? We're in the place that this BBC studio is in Los Angeles. There's an Australian news channel that shares the space with them, but it's an Australian TV news channel. And I was like, we were trying to get in, ringing the bell and everything, like a little hotel bell, ding ding ding, like one where you'd go Manuel, ding ding ding, like that sort of a bell. Yeah. We're out there ringing it. And I saw the BBC sign. I was filled with patriotism and pride. The BBC sign, Her Majesty the Queen. Felt all flushed. And then next to it's a logo for Australian news, just a great big pair of knockers or something. So because they're a crass bunch, aren't they? They're news as well, mate. You've told me before.
It's very sweet.
They call each other mate on the news. Yeah. No, it is crass.
No, politicians, Oh, come on, mate. That's
Look,
not
mate,
true.
That's a crock you're giving us there. All right, it's the news now. Right, there's a lot kicking off. Look out your window. Look at the weather as well with bloody bacon. That's no way to run a country, is it?
They're quite
Where's
laid
your
back.
infrastructure?
They're laid back.
Yeah, well, they want to back their ideas up, mate. We're in the middle of a bloody great big global holy war. In case you ain't noticed, I'm trying to bring about peace the only way I know how, showing off, and it's going quite well. Should we listen to another record? Right, then we've got to do some more Jingle Race War. We might do some more anecdotes. I want to know what the bloody hell you've been up to, Matthew.
And I'm trying to think.
I know what it is, because you miss me so much, you just drink yourself stupid and sleep all the time.
I just rock back and forth in my bedroom, watching your DVD.
Watching that.
Pausing it. I watch it in slow motion. This is where his hair goes on his face. There it is. Oh.
It's probably better in slow motion.
No, I don't know. I've been going out, you know me.
Drinking. Do your work. Get on with your job, for Christ's sake.
I've been writing. I've been doing stuff.
Well, back your ideas up, lad. None of us is getting any younger. You're meant to be over here, aren't you? When you come in?
I'll be over there in about a month, I reckon.
A month? That's ages. Come sooner.
You'll be there. You're there for 3 months, aren't you?
I don't know what goes on. Listen, I got an e-letter here. It's from someone called Joan Silver. Did you know that on Friday the 15th of February, Richard and Judy ran a feature on a man that carved things out of cheese? He made a sculpture of your head out of cheese. You should ask them if you could have it. Can there be any greater honour than being immortalised in cheese? Like David before me, like Beethoven bust on a piano, a gorgeous cheese Russell Brand
I'd like to see that, though. That'd be quite good.
Well, apparently then the next day, on Loose Women, Carol McGiffin got given a cheese head, as a gift of my head.
So it must have been the same one. I don't think there was 2 cheese-headed Russell Brands on TV.
3 if you count me. I mean, it's odd, isn't it? You wait your whole life for a cheese-headed Russell Brand to come on TV. And all of a sudden, everywhere you look, there's a variety of cheese-headed Russell Brands. OK, Matthew, do you want to listen to a record? Have we got a Tupac Shakur record then?
Yeah, we have actually, yeah. Do you want
what one?
California Love.
All right, well, let's listen to California Love by Tupac Shakur. That was inspired by Dave, our engineer here, a man who now looks at me as though I'm probably a West, who's probably the closest we can get.
West. You're obsessed with them.
It's because I'm away from home. You miss things. You miss the familiarity. Right, I'm nostalgic for him. That lovely bowl haircut, that funny cheesy grin that he'd do. Oh, I'm like he's biting into my sculpture of my head. His gap-toothed, lovely face.
Yes,
bearing
thank
down.
you.
All right, so let's listen to California Love. California Love, Tupac Shakur. You listen to Russell Brand on Radio 2. It's Saturday night to you. To me and Matt, it's all kinds of bonkers times. What time is it to you, Matthew Morgan?
It's currently 1:45 in the morning.
1:45 in the morning. Oh, yes, I remember that. Oh, that takes me back. Now, last week you may have heard Matt and I discussing a high-pitched sound used to torture youths out of a shop. Hey, Russell, Matt and G, last week you were talking about the high-pitched sound which only young people can hear. Here's the sound, just in case Matt wants to hear. See if he can hear it. See if he can hear it. What a bizarre piece of language. I just played it here. That's from James Grieg.
I can hear it. G can hear it. Everyone here can hear it.
Oh, my ears! Ah!
You won't be able to hear it. It won't broadcast to you. It won't broadcast to you.
No, but hold on. My ears are so young and sensitive, I can hear it across the Atlantic.
Your old ears. They're like the BFG's ears. All grey
my ears are not like BFG ears. Delicate little ears, like a mouse or something.
You can't even hear doorbells anymore.
Oh, what's that, ducks? Oh, who's that looming figure? Have
you got? You're the gas man. I'll have to see some ID, I'm afraid.
No, I can hear it, and I'm
You
30,
can't hear
so
it, you dirty liar.
I can. It's painful.
What does it
It's
sound
really
like
horrible.
then?
You know,
Describe it.
It's so high pitched that it's like itches your brain.
Brain itching.
Yep, that's
sounds
what they call
alright.
it. That's what the scientists have said.
That's what they're saying, is it? You square liar. Hello, says Alex Rogue. Hello, Russell and Matt. Especially
name.
you, Matt. In Matt Morgan's hometown of Dartford, a tragedy has occurred. One of Dartford's finest tramps, Mad Kev, sadly died. I know Matt to be a fan of old Kev. I thought I'd pass on the news so you can grieve together on the show. Matt, did you know Mad Kev?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he's quite famous in Dartford.
Mad Kev, Monkey Allen was another one, wasn't he?
Yeah, Monkey Allen. Lost him a few years ago.
What's happening to these guys?
I don't know.
Beadle, Mad Kev, Monkey Allen. Who's next? When will you be sated, Lord? When will you be sated? I listened to an old podcast. There used to be an item on this show called "Send Us a Photograph of Tramps That Look Like Matt." An item
Didn't
that we had
take
to
off, did it? Because none of them do.
It closed down because we
Send
were
us
inundated.
pictures
It
of
broke the internet. 'Cause there were
Transvestites
so
who look like
many.
Russell.
Tramps that look like Matt. If you were to Google tramps that look like Matt, you'd get more responses than you would if you put in big boobs. And I know, because I regularly do both. Every day. And sometimes I get all topsy-turvy and giggle at the big boobs and jolly myself a milk glove over tramps that look like Matt.
Oh, you are a
how'd you like
revolting man.
Am I revolting? Am I? Or am I so not revolting that it's gone all the way around to seeming like I'm revolting? That's my new catchphrase. Bear that in mind. That's going to
It's
take
snappy.
off. No, well, what about Bruce's catchphrase? It's nice to see you nice. That's just some sounds.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
He's been doing it years. No one said anything.
Nice to see
Hello.
you. To see you nice.
Nice to see you nice. Nothing
Just
for a
gives the
pair.
same information twice, and the second time in a bad syntax.
Very bad syntax. You can't build a career around bad syntax. You can't even build a
You
bad
do
terrorist
it.
campaign
You do
around
it.
bad semtex. Look, what are you? What? How dare you? My mangled grammar is poetic. I'll have you know. So, Matt Goss is coming on in a minute.
It's good, isn't it? I was thinking actually earlier, you know, in that Snap song when he goes, "I'm serious as cancer, rhythm is a dancer," right?
Yeah.
Rhythm is a dancer doesn't make sense. So he's undermined cancer.
Yeah, thinking about it, rhythm is not a dancer, is it?
You can dance to a rhythm, but
yeah, rhythm itself
is a
is
dancer. What does that mean?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Rhythm on its own couldn't do the dance itself, could it? Couldn't introduce it on top of the pops instead of Pan's People. Here it is,
But
rhythm.
He's saying, I'm so serious about this meaningless expression that I'm going to say the C word in a
I'm
song.
going to compare it to cancer. Yeah, my lovely new elbow braids, they're as serious as AIDS. You haven't got elbow braids. Well, that's how I feel. Good night. This guy is diminishing illnesses everywhere he goes. Aussie News, Nick Philps, Vicar's son, has just come in here, written Aussie Newscaster on a piece of paper, then stuffed it down his pants. Like I told you there's Australian newscasters here. Here is one, it's an Australian newscaster. Hello, sir.
How do you do? All dressed up as well, look.
Come right in and share a
pinstripe
microphone with
suit on.
me. What's your name, sir?
My name's Robert Penfold.
This is Robert Penfold. Here is some Australian news. I'm Russell Brand. Hello, Robert. Robert, it's lovely to meet you. Now,
G'day.
on
G'day.
my medium, there is no visual element, so you must always be either speaking or listening to me speaking.
I'll watch this.
Have you done a news broadcast today, sir?
We have done some news here today, yeah, indeed.
Go on, what's going on?
Okay, well, we've been looking at a lot of things. We're interested at the moment in the new Brittany law. You heard about that one?
Yes, new Brittany law.
Yes.
Brittany must never wear knickers when she leaves the house, ever.
That's right. Well, the one that we're doing is where they're clamping down on the paparazzi.
Oh,
here
I'm
as
clamping
well, which
down
is
on
sort
her
of getting
knickers.
interesting.
What's happening? They're clamping down on the paparazzi?
Yeah, that's right. They're starting to move in on them because, you know, they've been chasing Brittany all over the place and everybody else, annoying everybody, blocking the footpaths. So, you know, you can't even get into a decent restaurant these days if, if these damn paparazzi everywhere.
I tell you what, Robert, now I'm not claiming it's a Britney Spears style problem, you know, in my case, but sometimes my genitals are fully visible to hundreds of people. Now, I see a paparazzi the other day, big fat fella, just wearing socks. He got out of his car, he just had socks on, he hadn't even put shoes on. What kind of paparazzi is that, Robert Penfold?
LA's full of that, you know. Los
Fat
Angeles,
people
you
in
know, you're
socks.
going to be in trouble while you get here. I think that you should get down and meet some of the paparazzi because they need somebody interesting to talk to. They get very bored there. They stand around for hours at a time, they tell us, and they really want a bit of
they'll be all right now, won't they?
entertainment.
I'm fame-hungry vulture. I shall stand stand outside my Amityville mansion, haunted mouse droppings filled nightmare.
Now hold on, I haven't finished what else I was doing for today as well. We're also doing Obama.
Here we go, series the news.
Yeah, Obama and Hillary Clinton as well. Now that's getting interesting as well. Now the people in Australia really want to know about that. Will they have a black president or a woman president? Looks like it might be one or the other. So the Aussies are fascinated with that story as well.
Well,
and so
in
when
Australia,
we're not doing...
you wouldn't be allowed either, would you? Sexist, crazy, racist country. I'm only making
No,
about,
come
mate.
on now. All right.
Now, Australia's nice. Matt went there.
Do you want to talk about the cricket now?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
Matt,
right.
look, I'm not really...
That'll be right. That'll be
patriotic.
right for a pommy. No one's going to talk about the
All right,
cricket
Bob
from England.
Penfield, you big sexist pig. Listen, right, my mate Matt's over there in London. He's part of this radio show as well, right? He's my co-host. Now, I want you to talk to... He probably want to talk to you about Australia, because he went to Australia once. He fell off a boat. He's never shut up about it. Matt, let me introduce you to Robert Penfold,
Hello,
Australia's primary newscaster. You can hear him, can you? Say hello again, Matthew. Go on, dear.
Hello, Robert.
Hello, Matt. How are you? Where'd you go? Bondi or Coogee or Manly Beach?
He wouldn't be on Manly for very long. They'd have him off there in a second. Manly Beach is no place for you. You might as well go down Jezebel's Cove.
No, I lived in Sydney
Were you an illegal
for 4 months.
pom working in the pubs, were you, in Sydney, or what?
I didn't do a day of work over there.
Nor over here. He never works.
No, I did 4 months in Sydney.
What a great place.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Robert,
apart from the old heartbreak.
Yeah, his heart got a bit broken and he fell off a boat. It was a tedious.
Did you fall in love with an Aussie over there, did you?
I fell in love with an Aussie over here, and then went over there,
chased the
and
girl,
then fell off a boat, and then
her parents met you and sent you home again, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I had to bail him out of all that, of course. Oh, there's a lot of silly bother. We try not to talk about it. It brings up a lot of ill feeling. Now, Matt Morgan told me that in Australia, the news is done in what can only be described as an offhand and unprofessional fashion. That's why we wanted a genuine newscaster.
Hold on a minute.
He said, "Oh, come on, mate, that's a load of rubbish." to prime ministers and stuff. Is it really?
Can't be true, but yeah, we treat our prime minister with a little bit of irreverence occasionally. We don't take him too seriously because he's a boy from the suburbs as well. And you know, if you want to get to see the prime minister there, it's a lot easier. You know, I know that I used to work as a correspondent in London, and trying to get into number 10 Downing Street, well, it was a bit of a nightmare. You have to go through all that security and all that. Well, if you get into Australia, you want to see the PM, well, you hang outside the right door. You can go to Kirribilli House there, and out he comes.
Kirribilli House? That's not taking things very seriously.
Got a rather nice house overlooking the harbour.
Has he? Okay. Well, I'm very glad you've come on our show. Tell us a bit more bloody news. What's
going on?
What else
are we doing? Oh, okay. Well, don't you think it's been interesting here that today the Americans have shot down a satellite? Now, how interesting is that?
Oh, good.
Now, of course, the interesting thing about that is only in January of last year, the Americans were furious at the Chinese because they shot down a satellite.
Yeah,
how dare they do
Double
that?
standards.
Now, absolutely. And well, you know, I'm doing a story a little bit about, well, how come it's okay now for the Americans to do this?
Hold on. The thing is, right, Bob, when the Chinese shoot down a satellite, 5 minutes later they have to shoot down another one. No, because still angry. Now, come on, Bob.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Yes, it does. It does work, man. It officially works. And while we're talking about China, get out of Tibet. I have told you enough times now. They're still in Tibet, and well, we can ask Bob. He knows the news. Are China still in Tibet?
Yeah, they're still hanging around. They're making a nuisance of themselves.
Get out. You're not welcome in Tibet. Are you from Tibet? What are you doing in there? Get out. Right, and they can shoot down satellites if they want. That sounds like a laugh. But this being in Tibet, that's disgraceful.
Where's our mate in London? Is he still up?
Yeah, he'll be up. He's by now drifted off into onanism.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Matthew?
Drawing my little doodles, listening to you two.
His little doodles are his ball bags, Robert.
Matthew, how come you missed out on the trip to Los Angeles?
I sidestepped it, actually. Russell's desperate to get me out there, but, you know.
He wouldn't fit in out here, Robert, if you could see him, poor sod.
It's quite stressful to be around him. Obviously, you've probably done 5 minutes now and you're starting to want to leave.
I know.
You like it here, Robert, don't you?
I do. It's a fun place to be, actually.
I'm talking about me and me.
No, that's all right. I'm better still.
That's the real hot spot in LA these days, somewhere near Russell Brand.
They'd like you on Manly, too. Beach.
Manly, oh yeah, I'd go down well on Manly Beach, I'd go down, I would. Oh, crikey. All them fongs. Right, well, Robert, unless you've got any more news, we have to continue with our show, because we've got to go to the English news in a minute.
All right, I'm out of here.
Well,
I've got some
lovely,
more serious
Robert.
stuff to do, but it was great fun.
Come on every week and tell us the Australian news. Our new item, Australian news. Make a jingle for that, people listening at home. It'll be something like this. G'day, mate. And then we'll go to you for Australian news with Robert Penfold. Robert Penfold, everyone. Woo! There he goes.
Bye, Robert. And next next time we'll talk about the cricket.
All right, yes.
Yes.
Oh dear, bloody colonies, we should have closed them down when we left. Of course, as though he's descended from criminals, he don't know what he's talking about. He's nicked the headphones. Right, there he goes, old Robert Penfold. He was alright, you should have seen his face. He was like a craggy-faced William Macy. You know William Macy?
How old was he? He sounded young.
He was about 50.
Oh, really?
He had a quite nice suit on his top half, and then at the bottom he was just wearing scruffy jeans, because he's a newscaster, so he only cares. Like, you'd think he was going to be wearing a beautiful suit, but then you look at his legs, it's like he's just come out of a farm, like a bumpkin, like them two fat twins at the Guinness Book of Records.
A whole suit and just feel like I was smart, then wear the think I'm getting away with the jeans. But like,
look at that. Yeah, you might be enjoying the news, but if you look under the table, I've got these blinders on.
I've got one nut out. Just
look at that. One single nut. Hey, guess what I've done the other day? I got a hair clip, right, a hair grip, you know, them bulldog grips, put it on my one nut. Not the nut itself, the nut skin. Just left it there for, I'll leave that till someone notices. No one noticed for ages. I was in agony.
Where are they going to notice? Where were you? In a shopping centre? Fully clothed?
Just hanging outside of school. I was just there trying to distribute child's knickers. And then I'm the criminal. Me and my charity work.
Why did you put a bulldog? Are you really bored out there? Is that why you keep asking me to come out?
I'm not bored. I am not. I tell you what, I'm not bored. I'm having the time of my life.
Dieter, did Marilyn Manson do this? Look, I'm nuts.
Hey, you might have thought Marilyn was close to the edge when he had boobies and a nub on his album cover. I'd like to see him pull his nutsack tight as you like. Look at that. There. Dieter! Dieter! Oh, I gave that woman everything. Nothing was ever enough,
I bet it was so nauseating to watch that.
It weren't actually, it was world-class chatting up by me. You should have seen me drifting over there like a panther. Over I went.
You went to her?
Well, naturally, I kept going to the toilet until eventually she noticed. Down my trousers. I stunk by the end of the evening. Right, and then, like, eventually she noticed, and then, oh, hello. I goes, oh, hello, yeah, I met you in London, didn't I? And she goes, yeah. And,
did she remember you? Did she go, yes.
She was not really looking at me at that point.
Brown.
She was pressing a rape alarm. There was very little eye contact. And then her manager came over and said,
you think that noise is just what the noise that women make when men talk to them?
Yeah, for me, that's...
There's the noise.
There's the lady noise. Russell. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hello, this is going well. It's louder than ever. She must be well turned on. Yeah, no, we chatted a bit. There was one line that you would have loved, Matthew. What was that?
One line? It's not a play that you're doing. There's a real person you were boring.
Yes, well, I don't know. I'm just thinking of the Bookie Wook filmy film that we're making with Winterbottom now. It's all grist for the meal. Right? Huh? What?
That film, I've been thinking about your film.
Yeah, my film starring me as me.
You, starring you.
Yep.
Written by you.
Yep. What's the problem?
It's a bit egotistical, isn't it?
No. Next question. Hey, well, hold on. It's got Winterbottom directing it. He's probably one of the best directors in the world, so he'll know what he's doing.
Lost his mind.
Well, I tell you the truth, he has gone a bit quiet and dribbly lately.
Has he? Come on, Winterbottom. Wake up. Have some more baby food. Making the film.
Come on, we're making the film. Russell, can I go back to my family now? No, eat your baby food. You don't need your family. I'm your family now. I write the film, I be in the film, I write the theme tune. I've gone mad with power. No, you're right. Yeah, guess what I was invited to do today? Shooting Stars, Matt. Imagine that. They're doing a Christmas special, Shooting Stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll do it, will we? You'll come. We'll do it together. You can be under the table. I'm wearing a suit on the top half of my body, jeans at the bottom. You can be oiling me up good, greasing up my bulldog clipped nut.
Although the thing with Shooting Stars is, it's better when the guests don't try and be funny.
Well, no one will notice anyway, whether I'm trying or not. It'll just be an embarrassing blur. Hold on, who's been funny? Johnny Vegas was funny on it, so...
Yeah, but he was a regular.
That's true, I'm not regular. I ain't had a whoopsie for a month. Betty! Oh dear.
But you get on with Bob, don't you? You met Bob a few times.
Yeah, get on with Bob. Bob's funny. But, you know, who knows? I think it would be a nice bit of fun to do that.
Yeah, you should do it. Is Matt Lucas doing it?
Yeah, he's doing George Dawes. That'd be well good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Listen to a record? How long before our
I think we might
news?
have to go to the news. I'm not sure, though.
No, I've got an email. Listen to this. It's from Sarah Moody. Newsy Poos. Hello, Russell and fit friends. I suppose that would be my nuts. A little while ago, I was at a conference about young people and the media, and two distinguished professors were debating how to get young people to watch more news. It made me laugh, as one of them said perhaps Russell Brand should read the news, and the other one said yes, but it would have to be called the Newsy Poos. And then, as if channeling your flirty spirit, he looked down to the audience and winked at me. It didn't lead anywhere. Love your work, Sarah. That's like me in Old America. It never leads anywhere. Just mace, dial tones, and rape alarms. What a lot of fun. So, what, is it time for the news yet, Matt?
No, we've got a little bit of time.
You're listening to BBC Radio 2. I'm Russell Brand. I'm here with Matt Morgan. No, hold on. Don't be too hasty, Matt. You don't need records, yeah? Remember when we tried to break a record? What a shambles that was. Later on, we've got Martin Lewis. Might have him on to talk about what it's like in LA. We're also going to have Matt Goss, who I used to have a poster of on my wall when he was in Bros.
That's so worrying, mate. That is worrying.
I think it was
Freddy Krueger, RoboCop, Guns N' Roses.
That's more worrying, you murderous pig.
AC/DC.
At least I just had a teeny bopper band. Freddy Krueger. Yeah, but you were always self-consciously arch. Oh, look at me, I'm a real nerd child.
It was in my bedroom, it wasn't like
Freddy
a public
Krueger was a
space.
paedophile. That's why they set fire to him, because he was noncing kids, mate. Bros, I mean, say what you like about when will I be famous, but when they are famous, it won't be because they've been caught with kids' knickers in their drawer.
You stop going on about paedophilia, it's disgusting.
I know it's wrong, that's what I'm saying. This is not an advert
what, are you
for
spreading the word? I think most people know that.
Well, what's happening then? Someone's got to do something. Me. That's who. No, we won't go on about it then, fair enough. I was just saying how wrong it was, that's all. Just saying how wrong it was.
No, but I think it is worrying that you had Bros on your wall.
Why? What does it indicate to you?
Did you look up to them as sort of male heroes?
Well, yeah, they were
you thought, I'd like to
higher
be like them and they could pull girls and stuff?
Yeah, that's right. Well, what it was is they were really famous.
They're so pretty, look at them.
Oh, look at that little old love, the two of them as twins, that'd be so bloody confusing. One round the front, one round the back, me in the middle, being with my little Craig Logan, ham in a sandwich. I'll put the ham in a sandwich, don't forget the mustard. Oh, that tickles. Yeah, I think I just really, like, because they were really famous and it was all very, like, there was a lot of adrenaline and I was in Essex.
Fame, that's your problem.
Yeah,
but fame.
I am, that's true, but I'm also a great artist, and if I had to work the rest of my life for no money, just performing in front of 20 people in a pub, I'd bloody well kill myself. Quick as you like, I wouldn't think twice.
I reckon you like Bros so much because of the song When Will I Be Famous?
Yeah, because that was actually my mantra at that time.
Just when playing it over and over again.
When will I be famous?
Punching
when
your
will
own
I be
legs.
famous? When will I be famous? When will I be famous? Yeah, God, that went on for ages. Do you remember that when I didn't used to be famous? What a lot of rubbish. Well, it's like that over here, but not for long, because that film, Sarah Marshall, comes out in April. Then this Disney one comes out, and I'm making another film with Judd Apatow with me as the bloody great big star of it. So everything's going all right now. Plus, there's that Winterbottom film. Soon we'll have all the delicious power we need to get Fantasy Island.
Keep Paul Hogan effect away.
Watch out for the whole... Yeah, because actually, thinking about it, in all these films, I do play Twit Scarecrow #1. Bondaged up Willy Wonka.
This is a haircut.
Call that some tight perishing jeans? This is some tight perishing jeans. Call that mangled grammar? This ain't no mangled grammar. Yeah, no, the Hogan effect. We'll be alright.
Don't get typecast, you know. Accept a role that's... Who are you playing at the moment in the Adam Sandler thing?
I'm playing English Twit Mickey. Yeah, he's like a room service waiter. But, you know, it's quite good, because he's not like me, because he's a bit grubby and dirty.
And doing a menial task.
And doing couldn't be less like me, really. Okay, Russell, now you have to bring this guest a cup of tea. Okay, that's fine, I'll just call my PA.
CG in the actual teacup. I'm not carrying anything.
I don't know. Oh my God, what's going to happen now? And when do I drink it? No, you don't drink it. You just give it to that guest. No, well, this is very confusing.
Do you learn your lines the night before? Learn them, or are you arrogant about it?
Me, I just like to riff, yeah? I just like to jam. I'm a bit like Peter Sellers, like Michael Palin said. I just get on the set and just go for it, yeah? Just jam it up, yeah? That's me. I just put a tea towel on my head, reveal a nipple, and just, hey, see what happens. It'll be alright. Disney, it's just enough.
News.
What?
Yeah, it was...
No, we've got... No, you idiot. Is that how you announce news when I'm not in the country? Is that what you do? We've got... I'm telling a brilliant anecdote.
No, but I was trying to tell you that we have to go to the news, but I didn't want to go... Russell, we have to go...
Alright, well, that would have at least been clear. It's alright. Never be worried when we've got news, Matt. You just tell me and I'll Russell handle it. Here is an announcement for you guys. This is BBC Radio 2, online, on digital, and on 88 and 91 FM. Bloody old news. Sweet and Sour, that's the John Spencer Blues Explosion. That would have to be my third favourite one of their records. You're listening to Russell Brand on BBC Radio 2. That was the news, all them things that just happened. I'm here, of course, with Matt Morgan. You right, mate?
Very well, as always.
You sound much more upbeat than I've ever heard you. Consistently well. Good on you. Mr. G, the Poet Laureate, who will summarise this show at its nadir or end or finish or close. Its nadir is pretty much perpetual, is also present. But furthermore, we have childhood hero of mine and member of group Bros, Matt Goss. Hello, Matt Goss.
How are you, mate?
Oh, really good. Oh, wow, there's some girls in this studio, and there was actual open-mouthed awe occurred at the sound of your voice.
I hear that you get quite a lot of that as well.
Well, yeah, I get a little bit of open-mouthed awe, but that's if you drop an H off the beginning of the last word there. It's nice of you to come on, mate. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
You're quite a gentle and mellow gentleman, I see.
Pretty mellow, yeah. I found it works that way.
I suppose it's good, because immediately I've felt that I've had to calm myself down a little bit, because I myself, particularly on the radio, operate on a frequency of high intensity. But once I've heard you, Matt Goss, it's calmed me right down.
On the radio.
Well, yes, but do you know what, Matt? I've got several inquiries of you. You know that when Bros was going on, was that all right, or did it make you go mad?
It was a laugh at the time. It was a pain in the arse pretty much 3 or 4 years after it, and now I'm actually pretty proud of it, and it's come back round, and my life's great, thankfully, and but at the time it was a really good laugh. But it was kind of a pain afterwards, with all what went down and everything. It was kind of, we were learning as we were going, so, I'm really proud of those days.
You were only 18, weren't you, mate?
I was actually just turned 18. We were 17 when we kind of agreed to go with the management and crack on, and then 18 when we signed the contract, 19, I think we were 19 when we made our first #1, so...
Bloody hell, yeah, that's a bit mad. Yeah, so that would send you a bit barking.
Yeah.
Did you take advantage of the situation with girls hurling themselves at you?
I did now and then, but not really in England.
Really?
As far away as England as possible, but no, now and then you did, but it was tough because it was just so manic. It was like, unfortunately, they kind of wanted to just grab a piece of your hair and anything they could, rather than what they should have been grabbing hold of, really. I
understand that, Matt, because there's been situations myself, right? Here's two phenomena, which I imagine from your last statement you'll be familiar with. Here's phenomena 1. Finding myself in a situation in a hotel, masturbating and thinking, this can't be right that I'm doing this. There's all those people prepared to have sex with me, and look at me, masturbating like a monkey in a zoo.
No,
are you familiar with that
there.
phenomenon?
I can't lie, I've definitely been there, and
yeah.
Why am I fantasising about this woman? Why isn't she next to me? But
yeah,
it does tend to happen. But
yeah,
it's sometimes that's all you need, though, mate.
Sometimes it's good just to keep the It's sort of like self-administered bromide. The other thing, the other phenomena, Matt Goss, was like, say there'll be a groupie or a woman or female or one of those, and they'll come to you'll go, oh my God, it's you, oh how amazing. You'll go, yes, it is me. Come with me to this vestibule or dressing room or something, and then go, right, shall we have sex then? And they go, oh no, I just wanted an autograph. You go, well, bloody hell, I was prepared to have actual sex, and you want a lousy, stinking, wretched autograph.
Can't blame them for that.
I remember one time I was in bed with a girl, and she was like, I met so-and-so here, and she was talking about another singer she'd met in the same hotel, which was a bit disconcerting.
Yeah, right, that's because then you think, oh no, I'm just a list of pop stars. Yeah, quite right, Matt Goss. So, go on, do you live in Los Angeles now, mate, did you say?
I do, I live in LA. I just finished, 7 days away from finishing my new record.
Right.
I like the area, man, it's nice.
Do you? Because we're not familiar with it entirely. The girls that I'm with now, just their little eyes lit up again. Oh, he lives in LA, as if to say, shall we go and try and trouble him? No, we won't trouble Matt Goss. How's your new record gone, mate? What sort of stuff is it?
It's, I don't know, I've been listening to a lot of, like, the 07 stuff, Portishead, and a lot of the Scar stuff when I was a kid, the special.
I certainly do. Not least, I was scarred by the memory of Bros. It scorched its way right into me. I was obsessed with Bros, I'll have you know. I had a poster up on the wall. It was you, your brother, and Craig Logan sat on the front of a yacht. I'd sit looking at that picture of you three on the front of that yacht, thinking, one day I'll be on a yacht with Matt, Luke, and Craig. That day has never happened, but perhaps it could it?
Well, if you come out, we'll get a yacht. We'll have a laugh.
I'd like that, mate. I'd like a yacht.
Definitely know what you're thinking.
No, none of that. Matt, if we find ourselves in a situation where we're having to self-indulge, I'll swim to the shore and drag a groupie back in the middle of a rubber ring. If that's what I have to do, I'd rather do it in a dolphin's blowhole than see you, a teen idol, reduced to that. Matt, thank you so much for coming on. What's your new album called?
It's the working title is Pins and Needles.
Like it. Nice. Pins and needles. Be careful, though, with those, because, well, it can be difficult to walk and people will think you're ridiculing them. Right, cheers, Matt. Take it easy, mate.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Ah, Matt Goss there. He was lovely, wasn't he? All gentle.
I reckon that when the poster was on your wall,
yeah,
Matt Goss can see out of all the posters.
Oh, no.
And this way's so jaded now. He saw what you were doing.
He saw
you
me.
on your yacht. You think you're better than me, don't you? Well, you're gorgeous, too.
Oh, you make me so angry. Oh, how can I stay mad at you? Oh, look at you on your yacht. Oh, my gross bottle top's come undone. I'm so bloody furious. Oh, I loved him. He was my favourite one because he was the singer. Matt's singer, Luke's the drummer, Craig I don't know what he does. I think he's there to be the brown-haired one.
Craig was the drummer, wasn't he? And then
no,
he left.
Luke was the drummer. I've told you this 17 times, man.
Really?
Yes. Look, I want to talk to you about, I don't know, Leatherly Zeppelins. So don't talk to me about Bros. Them boys, their every move, I studied them. I loved them, them lads. They was a window of possibility for me. Yeah, it's quite interesting though, wasn't it, when we was talking about sex and that. I noticed you piped up, Matt.
Yeah, because you think it's your God-given right. When a woman comes up to you and asks for an autograph, you think, yeah, sex she wants, really.
Don't do it, Professor Yaffle voice.
My name on a piece of paper or my willy inside you. Come along.
We will fix it. We will fiddle it. We will make something that looks like
her off and ask her not to give the papers.
We will smother it. We will cover it. We'll call it news of the world.
We'll do a column if you don't print that.
This week in News of the World, Russell writes, please then print a story about an orgy. Russell Brand does exclusive photo shoot dressed as Wurzel Gummidge.
With single tear in eye. To suppress this little chick. That's a terrifying story.
Look, a lot of my brilliant journalism may or may not be to suppress stories about orgies.
The whole Guardian sports column, I mean, that's just to suppress some hideous goings on in Berkshire.
And do I have to do a sports column this week as well? Yes, we've had a dreadful letter.
Photos.
A girl in Halifax has just said she rode a bicycle through her boob. Yes, I'm sorry about that. I better give you my views on the UEFA Cup.
That midget is still very angry.
Little people, they're called. I made that mistake. Very nearly cost me an hand job. Hey, read all about it. Listen, you grubby little tyke. Right, saying things like that. What was it you done last week? Grassed up a burglar. I was going to tell you what I was listening to as well when you was grassing up them builders to the council.
Good.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They were
polluting the atmosphere. I care about this planet.
You don't care about the planet. They were having a lovely campfire like Rocky, and you couldn't bear it, could you, Neil Mangle? Get on the phone.
Neil Mangle. You told me you found her attractive or something. I remember you telling me you liked... Oh, no, that was it. You thought it was quite sexy that you never saw her husband.
No, I like the way she shook and all. All that shit.
No, that was Helen Daniels when she had a stroke.
Oh, yeah, I liked it when she had that stroke. She was always sort of smiling. I thought there's nothing you can do with her wipe that smile off her face.
She was smiling on one side of her face.
You'll be laughing on the other side of your face when I'm finished with you, Ellen. Oh, no, it's still the same side, that bloody stroke. Helen Daniel. Sorry, that's probably out of order what you said
Well,
then.
it wasn't a real stroke, it was a neighbour's stroke.
No, it was a real
stroke. It's like when they have a
stroke.
party in Neighbours and there's 4 people there and the lights are on.
Listen, no, it isn't. The actress Helen Daniels had a stroke, so they wrote it in, so the poor cow didn't get sacked as well as having a stroke.
Really?
Yes,
I'd like that to be verified in Australian news next week.
Hello, g'day, mate. It's Robert Penfold. I will stand too close to you. I will rub my nuts against your leg, and I will keep dragging up cricket.
Slagging him off for having bad knowledge of physical space, personal space.
You come looming up at me.
Look who's talking, you.
Hey, I only loom at people if there's a very real chance of sex.
You loom all over everyone.
I do not loom over. When did you last see me looming?
Looming on me. You loom on me all the time. You give me cuddles. I have to go into sort of brace procedure.
Brace. A bag will drop down from the ceiling. Brace. Russell will cuddle you too hard, and then you will fall into the seaside. Oi, now shut up for a bit. What are we supposed to be doing?
Jingles we could do.
Probably all sorts of important things going on here.
Hold on, what about this?
When will I Will I be famous?
Woohoo! Now! Now's when I'll be famous. When will I be famous? It should be changed to, when will I be famouser? When will I be famouser?
No, but you could just use that and then add different countries to the end.
Yeah.
Australia!
When I be famous? Zimbabwe. Yeah. When will I be famous? Jersey. Yeah, we'll soon all be nice and famous. It'll be alright, it'll be good. That's when I'll start the old revolution, bring about some enlightenment.
That's when you can have a film made about you, when you have a revolution on the whole planet or something. Then
no,
you
but this is
deserve a
early
film.
life. We'll do a sequel. Look, I never came up with the idea.
Star Wars? Who do you think you are, Luke Skywalker? And then he bravely went to drama school for 3 months.
And then
Long
against
ago,
all
in a galaxy that's this one, and not that long ago, really.
Quite recently.
Who's in the papers every day, did some stuff that he talks about.
Memory. A man went to a drama school in the galaxy.
It's like making a biopic about a seagull that's flying past as you're watching it. It's ridiculous. There it is, the seagull. Well, that one, who we can still say, yes, the film about the seagull who's there. There he is.
Well, that just shows you, because Jonathan Livingston Seagull is one of the great self-help seagull books of our generation.
What?
You stuck-up little prick.
Seagulls can't read.
It's not aimed at them. It's about a seagull and how it flew higher than all the other seagulls and dived down and had more balls than the other seagulls, laughing at him, cawing at him from the cliff
This is a
edges. For
children's
me,
book.
yes, it is for children. The brightest minds, the minds of the
Self-help book
future.
for children.
Yeah, they need help. Now listen to me, Matthew. Look, it's very clear that the film will be a trilogy. First part, Before Famous. Second part, well, you're watching that now. That is that film. That's happening now. Third part, Revolutionary Utopia. China leave Tibet. Get rid of the one world global conspiracy. Get old Ikey Pikey a job. It's going to be great. Everyone will be on the team. Dickie Dawkins will be on board. Matt Goss, Minister for Sex Appeal or something. It's going to be lovely. Don't fight it. And that's the last time I'll say that, because I'm not writing any more articles for the News of the World. Now, I've got a lovely little letter here. It's from a person
From Michael
called...
Winterbottom, saying, I've made a dreadful mistake. Sorry.
Michael Winterbottom approached me about that film. He read that brilliant top-selling bookie book I wrote out of my splendid brain, and he said, do you want to make it into a film? I said, yes, I do. He goes, who would you like to play you? I simply raised an eyebrow, and he went, aha! And then for the rest is mystery. So this is from Andrew, look. Dear Russell and his oppo, Matt, here are 2 old browned newspaper cuttings I thought may titillate you. I usually have them stuck up with other bits and bobs in my kitchen boiler. Here they are. Well, this is interesting, from Andrew. Here's the headline of one of the things that young Andrew has kept. Pervert caught having sex with a pig. I should have handed in my column earlier that week. A man has been arrested after having sex with a pig. The pervert was caught in the act by a passer-by who spotted him abusing the animal at an inner-city farm. Police arrived within 10 minutes of receiving a 999 call and arrested the 72-year-old who was naked from the waist down. Lynn Bennett...
He's doing well. For the age thing, I mean, not the...
Well, I don't know, Matt, if it's a tremendous triumph for a 72-year-old man to be out having sex with a pig. I don't think the first thing he thinks would be, good on him, you're fighting back the clock, old father time.
That must have been... No, a pig's a powerful animal, and he's an old man.
That's true. Perhaps it was a docile pig. I mean, it's in an inner-city farm. It might have lost its smarts. It might have lost its rural street smarts. I don't like the expression smart.
Front sort of paws in the trough. Do they have paws? Trotters.
Trotters. All you want to do is give it a firm kick in the trotter.
Kick it so its head goes into a fence and it can't move.
Listen, I would never have sex with that dear pig. I'm a vegetarian.
How do you know which pig it is then?
Well,
because
just the
you
one
ran a little piggy
wig.
prostitute thing from Hackney Zoo, didn't you?
I do remember finding Miss Piggy from the Muppet Show very attractive, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility, but that was probably because she was so demanding.
I was disturbed that you could see in her mouth and it didn't go anywhere.
That's true. Yeah, that's what put me off her eventually.
How do they
What's the
breathe?
point in that? Where's the satisfaction in jamming that up? Also,
Nostrils.
Look, what I like with Miss Piggy was that she was so domineering. You know, so I wouldn't like some
You
pig.
don't like dominant women?
I like dominant pigs, not that
right.
poof in that farmyard that lets some old man come up and finish himself off. Put up a fight, Porky.
Was it a pig girl?
Let's see, Matthew.
Read on.
Lynn Bennett, the pig. Very formal. Lynn Bennett, manager of Stepping Stones Farm in Stepney. Like you said, stepping and go dum 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 dum.
Stepping across the species.
Sturton's farm in Stepney, East London, said the man appeared to have deliberately targeted their most passive pig. He targeted the most passive one. Well, that one's got a bit of lead in its pencil. I'll steer clear of that one.
He's got a bit of get up and go. I'll leave him alone. Hang on a minute.
That one's
This
like a
poor
pig
customer.
I'm just chowing down on some cud. I don't know what pigs eat. Swill, that's what they'll have.
Yeah.
He deliberately targeted their most passive pig. Also, how come they had a league of pig passivity judging the pigs? One day it might be passive, the next minute it might be like a little pig Donald Trump. Little wig on, making millions. She added, if he'd picked... this is well funny. She added, if he'd picked on one of the others, he would have been in serious trouble. They would have done him some damage.
Why didn't they all join in and protect the passive one?
I don't
They just
think pigs-
watched, didn't they?
I think they probably got off on it. Pig societies aren't organised like that, Matt. They're not. They don't act like in little herds. They don't have a legal system. Pigs, do they?
I suppose, and they probably associate humans with food or like being a vet or something. So they just thought,
Yeah.
Well, Doris is having a bit of a strange experience, but let's not intervene.
Hands-on vet. What an unusual thermometer. Yeah, you're right. They associate us with food, of course. Yeah, and that's what that poor old 72-year-old man was able to exploit. Mind you, I feel a bit sorry for the 72-year-old man. If you find yourself in a situation where to pass the time you're popping down to a city farm to have it off with a pig, you know, that's a cruel indictment on daytime television, isn't it? Put something better on. Obviously, it wasn't the
do
day
you
that
think he
my
likes
cheese
pigs,
head was on.
or he likes humans, but he couldn't go human?
I reckon you start at a human, don't you? You sort of think, well, there's no humans available. Pig. Because, like, pigs, in scientific experiments, they call them the horizontal humans. That's why there's that band called the long pigs, because pigs are so similar to us genetically. And I imagine, you know, that would be of some comfort as you stepped across the stepping stones, looking for the most vulnerable nitwit in that whole damn herd.
It's a very strange phenomenon.
Whose phone's that now? Not mine again.
Oh, here we go, another set-up phone call.
Oh, the actor Jason Segel. It is the actor Jason Segel, but I won't take that because I don't want any stilted conversation on our radio show when we've been doing so well. I'll ring him back in a minute. He's a nice lad. It's him that wrote Forgetting Sarah Marshall, in which I appear as Aldous Snow, the rock star. Brilliant bit of accent.
When's
by
that
me,
coming
that.
out? I'm not trying to promote it, I'm just generally
April the
interested.
18th. April the 18th in this country, and I believe it's April the 23rd in the UK. If it's acting you want to see, go and see that. Me playing a person whose hair is slightly different. Do you want to hear another news story sent by the same person,
Yes,
Andrew,
please.
who sent us that? Formosa reports ape boy discovery. Tapia, Formosa, February the 3rd. A Formosan newspaper has reported the discovery of a 13-year-old boy who looks like a hairless ape, climbs tree with simian agility, and lives on snakes and insects. Also, he's a massive Bros fan. No, I'm being silly there. Lives on snakes and insects. The United Daily News said the boy is the son of an Aboriginal family in central Formosa. It described him as 3 feet 8 with feet bigger than those of a normal man. The paper said the boy walks like an ape, utters only meaningless sounds, and is fascinated by the colour red. So there he is, that crazy little ape boy. Monkeys aren't fascinated by the colour red, are they?
No, I don't think so.
What did you do then? What are you doing? Drinking
Scratching
booze?
my back. Why are you accusing me of drinking? I'm not drinking. I haven't drank for about 4 days.
Nicola just looked at her watch when I said that you were drinking booze, like, oh, bloody hell, what's wrong with him? Christ, I just went out into the corridor, I see Will Ferrell, Zach Zodiac, Jimmy Gaminski, they're all out there, living it up, Hollywood Joe, Snoopy, the whole bunch, having the time of their lives out there. Right, okay, well, let's do, have we got to do a new item gay? Yeah, let's do our regular item gay. Do you know where the jingle is, Matthew?
Yeah, I can just sort that out now. Let's have a little
Right,
look.
time now for my regular item gay.
Russell's regular item.
Gay! Hello, thanks for joining us for my regular item gay. This is from Tim. Hey, I'm Tim from Cambridge. I'm 15. For a while I thought that my best friend Shirley's gay. Is this always the same one? Where's that one? We've got a letter from someone going, your gay problems are always the same gay problem. He said, I'm a gay man and I'm wondering where to go on holiday. How about that? So, well, I wonder if we should send this fella on holiday. Los Angeles. If it's mouse droppings
Russell.
you like. What?
There's a mansion you can stay in. So it's the experiment, you know. Put a bulldog clip on your balls and chill out with the lads.
Bulldog yourself up and settle down for a chilly night of mouse-dropping infested hell. Look, if he wants to come here on holiday, this lovely gay lad, he's more than welcome. Anyway, Tim from Cambridge, he thinks he's best for blah, blah, blah. It's that usual thing where they think they're gay. Look, just have it off if you're gay. Have it off with a bloke. Here's this thing. Rupert O'Sullivan. I'm gay and I love your weekly item. It's wonderfully amusing. However, why is it always the same problem? Poorly broadcast by an egomaniac. No, why is it always the same problem? I'm out of the closet and I don't need any advice on whether or not I should come on to my best mate. What I do want to know, what I do want to know is where to go on holiday this year. Can you help? Yeah, Los Angeles.
But is that specifically for a gay tinged holiday?
Tinged? You little homophobe.
No, like themed, like gay. He wants a holiday.
Well, you said tinged. You said it like some yellow in pants.
Negative.
Yes, it would. Oh, there's a tinge of filth
this
up
wine's
your
got
knickers.
a tinge of fruit in it.
You want to say this wine's got a fruit? Another bit of homophobia. You dirty little homophobe. Oh, this bit of soft furniture is a right puff. You are a homophobe, young man. Ain't ya?
No.
Ain't ya? Right, well, okay, come on holiday to Los Angeles. If you want to go somewhere there's a lot of gay in it, well, actually, there's a thriving gay community here. Some of the AA meetings I go to, I'm lucky to escape with my life. Lovely, though. Nice. Lot of attention for
That's
all
not homophobic at all.
Oi! Well, it's cute when I do it. I don't know my own strength. I don't have no normal boundaries. I live in a zoo. Look, okay, let's put on a record, shall we? Or we've done that regular item, gay. Go on holiday to here, Los Angeles. There's a good gay community, plus there's me. Dita Von Teese ain't gave me a bell lately, so, I'm up for anything.
Why don't you call her now, please? Go on. You've got a number. You've got her number.
Yeah, but it's embarrassing.
Just phone her up on air. It'll be funny. Please
phone
do it
her
for
up
me.
on it. Look, I'm walking a knife edge here, trying to get myself an Hollywood bird. And you think the way to do that is, here, Dita, I've done it on the radio.
Just
come on.
know it's on the radio. Just tell her later. Get her
tell
consent.
her later? What if I balls it up? What if you balls it up telling her what I'm like? Hey,
I won't say
what
anything.
then?
I'll be quiet. Just go, oh, hi, Dita, it's Russell. Go on, please.
I have worked so hard to build a lie of a personality out here, and you could bring that house of cards tumbling down in one foul swoop.
Yeah, because she might say, oh, Russell, yeah, hi, the inventor of the speedboat, or some lie that you've told her.
Abort! Hang up!
Oh, Dita's bonkers.
Oh, Dita, no wonder she was married to Marilyn Monroe. Oh, bye-bye!
Now, go on, it'll be funny. Come on, for the name of comedy.
For the name of comedy? For its name? In the name, maybe.
In the name.
In the name of the father. Come on. In the name of the farmer. Ring Dita. You silly arse. Oh, you silly arse. Look, I don't want to ring up Dita Von Teese. I'm nervous.
Go on, do it. You owe it.
You don't answer?
You owe it to this country that you've abandoned.
You're right. I do owe Great Britain something, don't I? It's about time I give something back to old Britain. Dita! Right, here it is in my phone. What if she answers? What then, Matt?
Don't worry.
Just put it on loudspeaker. Matt, don't nose it up,
I
alright?
will not do anything, I swear to God.
Right, what am I going to say to her? What's my objective?
Just say, do you want to go for a drink?
Yeah, but I don't want to go for a drink. I feel sick and nervous. Oh, no, now I can't even hear if it's ringing. It's not go to loudspeaker.
You rang it already? Go on.
Yeah, I'm dialing it. It's ringing. Hold on, where is it? Where does that noise? Can you hear that noise? Is that coming out properly?
Yeah, I can hear something.
Ringing away. Right, and I'll just be my normal self, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, what am I like again? What a ridiculous man!
Go on.
Hold on.
Page this person. Press 5 now.
I won't press 5, I don't want to page him. Oh, hi, Dita. This is, Russell, just ringing up, really, just, to see if you're still interested in my speedboat and various charity events that I mentioned. Yeah, if you do want to do these charity events and speedboats... Matthew, stop it! Oh, no, that's actually happening to Dita. Alright, Dita, this is Russell. Look, I'm on my radio show. I mentioned that I met you the other day, and then my friend Matt's made me do this, and it's on the radio. It's not, I don't think it's live, it's look, we'll edit it out. I can only apologise. Dita, please forgive me. Oh, God, don't let me die alone. Well done, Matt. The one woman I've ever truly loved, ruined by Bros. This is simultaneously the best day and the worst day of my life. Professing... What's that noise? I've put a phone down now, haven't I?
It's the mice. They're trying to fix it for you.
Hold on, the mice might just be able to fix it. Let's bring her back. If anyone can fix it, it's the Bagpuss mice. Those guys are optimists.
Oh,
Matt. Well, thanks a lot. You promised you wouldn't do anything, and then you couldn't bear to see me happy, could you? You couldn't bear it. I might be able to get away from you, settle down and have a family. You sick of me. Well, me and Dieter Von Teese could have been raising little perverts together, and you ruined it. I hope you can look yourself in the mirror.
I did that for your own good.
Why? How's that my own good? I've never been so lonely.
You don't need her.
I've been counting mouse droppings to fall asleep at night. 9 there are! 9! Oh, what a carry-on. Never mind, I suppose I'll be alright. I'll meet someone one day, will I? Will I? No.
Someone will probably stick around long enough to tolerate
There'll be someone.
You.
Perhaps it'll be when I'm in a wheelchair. Oh, God. What's the point? Never mind. That's not going to look good, that answer phone message, is it? What's she going to think?
Think you're an idiot.
She's a sophisticated woman!
Why did you do that?
Oh, why? Oh, God, I'm like Icarus. I flew too close to the sun. I could have really had it all. Oh, well, never mind. Cameron Diaz is next door. I'll just jump over the fence when I get in with me knob out. Cameron! I'll tell you, I'm not with Dieter no more. Do you want to come down to bowling?
Oh,
what
God.
a cock-up. What a cock-up.
That's good that you did it, though.
Yeah, see? Comedy first. Women second. That's
now
always been my
agent
policy.
And ball him out for something. Something really
Sean.
Well done, I've eaten mouse droppings now.
Thanks
off a
for putting
paper
me.
plate in Diana Ross's house.
Like a little tiny picnic, like they was raisins or something. Like poppets. Like little mouse dropping poppets they was. Look, alright, come, let's put on a record while we regroup.
Okay.
After all the chaos.
Black Keys?
Well, yeah, I mean, that would probably be the sort of omen my dirty mansion requires. There ain't even keys to my mansion. That little woman in them red gloves goes, where's the keys to the house? She goes, you don't need keys. The house is quite safe. You got a security gate around it. Like
What?
that.
How'd you get in and out?
You just walk in and out, regardless of who you are.
That's
Burglar,
ridiculous.
a nut, Dieter Von Teese, a mouse with diarrhea. It don't matter. Stroll in and out. Cameron Diaz after a cup of sugar. Oh, I've never known the like.
Hang on, you must have a, door code.
No, I don't remember that. Well, no, there is a door. Oh, Nicola says she remembers it, but that'll be out of her head when the way home she claims to have seen the Beatles. But okay, look, let's listen to the Black Keys and try and get everything back to normal.
Regroup.
I should have pressed 1 if you want to re-record your message. What's that, Dieter? You want to get back together with me now? Yes, please! I think you're real attractive! Alright then, Dieter, right, bye. Okay, that was Black Keys. You're listening to the Russell Brand Show
Is that
on
the noise that your phone makes when you hang up?
It just goes, yeah, well, you heard it just then, me hanging up, so if that was the noise, then yes, I mean, I'm very busy with the live.
I bet you've called her back already, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
So I do a lot of charity work with these kids who've got problems, and they got my phone and...
Silly arses. What about that? I never believe that when someone sends you a text message and go, oh, someone nicked my phone and sent you that text message. I think that's a lie when someone does that.
Yeah, they go, another part of my personality nicked my phone and sent you that.
Yeah.
Like when people accidentally send a text to, go, oh, sorry, that wasn't meant for you. That's quite a big mistake, isn't it?
Yeah, they do that to sort of spark your interest in them again, don't they?
Yeah.
That's what they do that for.
Yeah. Is that why you sent me one the other day, saying this is my new number?
No,
Give it a ring.
I'm having a... Give it a ring if you're not too busy!
That's a great time. Great time.
Sun, sea and sand. But it's a bit overcast, actually, and not that near the beach. Come on, Mr. Bulldog. This will pass a few more moments till we can go through the knicker draw. Ah, life, eh? What a palaver. Okay, hold on. There's something we're supposed to be doing. Aren't we meant to be talking to, Martin Lewis, aren't we? Is Martin Lewis there?
Apparently,
Martin?
yes.
Ah, Martin, hello there. Now, my understanding is that you're going to give us a guide to living in Los Angeles, is that right?
Well, after all I've just heard for the last 45 seconds, I don't know how much I can help. I mean, possibly some Valium would help. So, yes, well, how can I help? Give me some areas that you're particularly perturbed about or concerned about, and let me see if I can throw some pointers your way.
just now, right, me and my idiot mate, Matt, left, I've met Dita Von Teese, it was all going well, you know Dita Von Teese, burlesque woman, used to be married to Marilyn Manson, she's, you know, it was all going very well. I got her phone number, she said, give me a ring, we'll go out. Give me a ring if you're bored, she said. I goes, I wouldn't have to be bored to ring you, my dear, I said. Brilliant little line. Then Matt goes, yeah, give her a ring now, on air. So we rang her up, we left a load of stupid rubbish all over her answer phone, Matt playing samples and jingles from Bagpuss and Bros and things like that. Now I think that's gnawed that up, so how am I going to find myself a nice Hollywood wife?
Well, first of all, anything you left on her voicemail will be on YouTube in about 3 minutes' time, with some very unflattering pictures of you. To find yourself a nice woman, well, first of all, in America, you realise that most women in America have been divorced twice by the age of 11. So, I mean, you've got to aim very young. I mean, you remember that girl Tabitha on Bewitched?
Oh, yes. She was bewitched, wasn't she?
Sort of age group, because pretty much everyone else has already taken.
Hold on a minute. So far you've said, take Valium and have it off with children. Now, Martin, I'm not sure...
Well, for Michael Jackson.
No, Michael Jackson was proven innocent, not the views of the BBC. Martin, you lunatic. Yes. You're a loose cannon.
I am something of a loose cannon. There are certain things I would really recommend you to do. One thing is, obviously, you'll use your accent to the full extent. You will be accosted by Americans who are still, for some strange reason, infatuated with the English accent. You get something of the, gee, I just love your accent all the time. But they will not know where you're from. I mean, they can't tell the difference between a Huddersfield accent or South Africa, Australia. It's like, are you from Australia? And the easiest thing to do is just say yes.
Just say yes. Nor can they tell the difference between an English tank and an Iraqi village. Hey, bit of politics there. How about that, yeah?
It's, as I think the expression is, stunningly imprecise. But go along with the accent. It's also very important to keep away from other Brits who are already ensconced here in LA. If you remember that movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, where you got Michael Caine and Steve Martin, they're both kind of con men.
It was a good film.
Other Brits here don't like you invading their turf because we're all basically up to the same. We're up to the same thing, which is exploiting Americans and taking advantage of them. So if somebody comes along like you, if you come onto my turf, I know that you know my game, and vice versa. So we tend to steer clear of each other.
Okay, so steer clear of other Brits, do as much Valium as you can, date children. Okay, that's quite good so far.
Yeah, now the other most important thing is that, I don't know if have you got a sort of like a personal planner or a diary, something you do to fill up your engagements?
He's got people to do that.
A person does those things, two people in fact.
I'm pleased to hear that. Here you've got to make sure you fill up. I mean, frankly, it's very hard to do any work here. I mean, here's what I did this morning. Manicure, pedicure, acupressure, acupuncture, therapist, feng shui, contractor, chiropractor, and rolfer.
No wonder you're so wired for sound. You've had your points fiddled with.
I've had everything. Have you ever been rolfed?
Well, I don't know, I have a feeling I might be getting that done now. Well, what is rolfed?
It is nothing to do with Rolf Harris, well, maybe it was invented by him. No, rolfing is a kind of cross between acupressure and sort of grievous bodily harm, whereby a strange woman comes into your place and hits you in the back and all over your muscles very, very intently because it's releasing electrons. It's very therapeutic, and it costs about $90 an hour.
Hold on, let's talk to Matt Morgan, he's a hypochondriac. Would you like to be rolfed, Matt?
Yes, I would actually, it sounds interesting. Electrons, you say?
Well, apparently we've got a lot of inner electrons. I actually did, the first time I had this done, I went to a place and this woman was rolfing me, and I was told that I would find some spiritual meaning and it would it would really cleanse me out, be very good for me. And about halfway into it, I was being ripped off, but the woman said to me, what are you feeling right now? And being British, of course, I sort of did the understatement thing, and I said, well, I'm feeling a little bit disappointed. And without missing a beat, she just said, oh, that's okay. Honour the disappointment.
Honour the disappointment?
I couldn't, listen, I could sit there trying to write a funny line as much as I like for hours. I couldn't come up with a line as stupid as honour the disappointment.
Of course you couldn't.
Well, not unless I've taken the Valium.
No, Martin, for heaven's sake. Although, do that, though, at some stage over the evening. Pop one down, yeah? Yep. And have a little unwind. Martin, I feel much more confident in life in LA, having spoken to you. and I might come straying over onto your turf.
You'll need the number of a lawyer if you follow the advice about the young girls.
No, Martin, that was never really an option for me. I mostly like women that are in their mid-80s, failing that, actual pigs in city farms. That's what I go for these days.
There's plenty of those in this town too.
Bless you, Martin. There goes Martin Lewis, one of the finest broadcasters we've ever yet to cross swords with. He was all right when he gave us some good and helpful advice.
Sorry?
Well, just to be absolutely clear. So is Martin Lewis gone now?
Has he gone? Can we slag him off yet?
We're free to talk about Martin Lewis honestly yet? My God! What's going on now? That's like that's what I imagine brain cancer feels like.
That's because Martin was still on the line.
Oh right, Christ! What
so
a palaver.
He was screeching probably. No, he was there. I'm joking. He was all right, wasn't he?
It's all right.
Lot of energy.
Lot of energy.
Confident man.
Very confident, wasn't he, about something? We went berserk. I said to Nick, the Vicar's son producer, I goes, is he a person that's self-aware, or is he, he goes, oh, he's like James Whittaker. Now, James Whittaker, royal correspondent, is not like that, because James Whittaker lives in the environs of his own mind and is unaware of the impact that his personality has. That man there, Martin, is aware of nothing but the impact he's having. He's a very self-aware person wanting to make a certain impression, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And that's what makes him bad radio.
I pictured him with a huge phone.
Yeah.
Just sat in a mansion, shouting into a huge receiver.
Yeah, great big huge phone resting on his naked thigh, remote control on the other thigh, just flicking through channels endlessly, interfering with himself, ordering up sort of odd pills off of the internet. That's how I imagined him. He was saying, oh no, hold on, Dave the engineer has just found a picture of him on the internet. Yeah, he looks pretty much like you'd imagine him to. He's on Wikipedia. Martin Lewis, have a look at him. He's all right, and there's no point condemning people.
Peter Cook and Dudley Moore.
Has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine that was anything other than posthumously. I can't imagine they'd have consented to that while they were alive.
He dressed them and sat them in chairs, yeah.
Hey guys, you look great. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, bye.
Hey, take a Viagra. Fiddle with a tut. Night.
He kept mentioning Valium, didn't he? Because it's clear that he's normally meant to take it.
Yeah, like he's feeling guilty about it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like, say you had an appointment at the dentist and you never went. Perhaps that over the course of the day you keep sort of talking about teeth and dentists. And I think, he hadn't took his Valium and he was playing on his mind, and then he allowed it to play on ours as well. Dear old Martin.
No, he's all right. He's all right.
He's all right. No, he's okay.
He's all right, mate.
Let's think about pinning for a bit. That normally cheers me right. What? What have you got against?
Go on then. What have I got against it?
Yeah. Oh, because you was the original victim. Nonsense. Russell, Matt and Mr G, says Denise Symington, a.k.a. Ice Queen 11. Russell, Matt and Mr G, while in the care of the NHS, I was jabbed big time. And not once did they say pin. So when they were letting me out on Thursday, or Valentine's Day, to a bar, I asked the doctor who was about to take blood from me to say pin before I got the needle stuck on my arm. And I got a very strange look, but she said it anyway, and now thinks I'm mental. That's from Denise, who's may very well be mental, for all I know. Here's another bit of pin news. Jessica, I've recently started listening to your podcast every week on my way to work, and they've really helped pass this train journey. I've encouraged my travel buddy to listen in, but we're having a dispute over the rules of pin. Becky says you should say pin before you pin, but I think you should say as you pin. Can you clear this up for us? Matthew, you are the original victim. At what point should pin be said?
Well, in the original case.
Yes. The Darren French case.
Yes. The bike approached.
Clear in your throat as if you're
cool.
Finch.
It's my day in cool.
Yeah, go on.
The bike approached from over my right shoulder with the assailant perched on the stunt pegs.
Yeah.
The first I heard of the assailant was the jovial cry, pin! And then I felt a jab officer into my right shoulder.
I think that is how it should be. Pin first, and then the pin delivery. You'll notice there that Matt was brilliant at giving evidence. That's because of his hobby, grassing up petty criminals where he lives. Be you having a simple fire or trying to make an honest bob on the mug, Matt Morgan can be relied to grass you right up, giving such accurate descriptions that it's led Kentish Town Police to dub him the Professor. Matt Morgan there. Forever on the grass.
I saw some people doing muggings, and I got them arrested.
You're a bloody vigilante, mate, you are.
That's good.
You're like a little...
What would you have done?
Sissy Batman.
What would you...
Sharon Smith and Nick Lennon have arrived here in the studio. Come in. Sharon Smith, my new assistant stroke stylist. You have to mention stylist, otherwise she has an ego outburst. And Nick Lennon, my new manager, as he is now, wearing a hat that makes him look like the village idiot of LA. A woolly hat, such as you might expect. Welcome, welcome. Hope all is well with the house. I'll just do a quick... Sharon, come over here, dear, and we'll do a quick rundown of the problems. Have they sorted out the heating?
Yeah, the television man's coming tonight to sort out the television because they couldn't get it done.
Right.
The heating...
Yeah.
Yeah, we sorted out the heating. That's all cool. And what else is there, Nick? Oh, the internet's going on Tuesday.
Oh.
We can go out and buy... Oh, we found china plates, by the way, in the cupboard.
They're
not
china
plastic.
plates.
We thought they was all
God.
plastic, but they're fine.
What about the mouse drop-ins?
Mouse drop-ins are still there, but I've hidden the box with them in, and I've hidden the other things.
What about the child Snickers and porn?
There isn't any of that.
Said it,
He's
Sharon.
making it up.
There are child Snickers.
There's not.
We've been talking about it for the whole show. Why there's child Snickers in Diana Ross's house?
You probably don't remember.
That's my rider.
That's your rider.
Make sure there's some child Snickers.
Child Snickers, porn. That's me.
Right, now you've got a show on your hands, gents. I've had my mouse poo. I'm ready
Just
to
did a
dance.
line of mouse poo.
Oh, it's Matt. Hello.
Hello. See, Sharon, all excited and
You
pleased.
all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Go on.
How are you?
Matt, you can grill Sharon, see what my behaviour's been like.
Go on,
Has
then.
he been awful?
No, he's been really nice, actually. He's been really upbeat. He's been very funny. He's been a bit excitable sometimes in the back of the car, like just coming up with random songs and noises and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
we
why
had a
I'm not
social event the
there.
other night. We went out with Paul McKenna and Claire. He's very sociable. We didn't get the ump and want to go home at any point.
Wow.
And he didn't mind us getting a little bit tipsy. What else has he been doing?
Stick
He's
of
been quite
booze.
good, actually,
Your
hasn't he?
stick of booze.
He's been very good at worky things as well, doing E's work. He did a photo shoot on Saturday, went brilliantly, really, really well.
That's
and then he
hard
did his
work.
read through for his
Hey!
on his film.
You have to bust moves in those photo shoots. I was doing it with Judd Apatow. Judd Apatow, who thinks I'm the next big thing in a certain context, if that context is twerps.
In your genre.
In your tiny genre review. Yeah.
Well,
so
it sounds really good. It sounds like he's
And
been...
the house is lovely, actually. When we went back there tonight, it's beautiful. When
Is
all
it
the
heated
lights
up
start-
yet? Is the heating
it's
working?
heating up, and we've got the fires going as well, the two big fires. You've got a fire in your room as well, massive.
You're in
Oh,
Los
it's got a bit
Angeles.
gassy,
Why are you
but
having
it's fine.
fires?
Because it's raining. It's actually really cold.
Good.
And,
There, I've
but
said
the
it.
view is beautiful. The view's not nice, isn't it? When all the city is coming to light, it looks really nice.
Didn't my willy look nice when I was in that leotard having that body
Look
mould,
like a
mate?
Dolly's wee Willie.
Sharon says my parts are like Dolly's parts, but
Dollies
they're
don't
not.
have willies, they just have a mound. That's what you've
Well,
got. Like a little
Just looked
jelly
like
mould.
a mound. That was it.
Right, that's enough singing for today, Sharon. You've been a great contributor. Sharon, everyone. Nick, could you call the temp agency and get us a PA? Right, oh, look, what I will say is here's a text message. Why, who's it from? It's Dieter von Teese,
No,
of course.
it's not.
Yes, it does. It says here, look.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. I know it anywhere. It's Dieter's handwriting. It's all gothic. There. It says here, you have a way with words. ... Enigmatic.
What?
could it mean?
Hang on, so what's that referring to? When?
I don't know. My way with words.
Yeah, but from, I mean, which part? That phone call we just did?
We will. No, got that months ago before I started troubling her with those messages. But nonetheless, it shows there was a point where I got those texts, didn't I? So what then?
You have
Does
a way
not-
with words. That means like, oh God, you were going on in my ear.
Can you stop undermining? Look, me and Dieter will get on fine if you can't. The world just give us a bit of space. That's what we'll ask. The prying eyes of you, Matt. And the public and the paparazzos, that fat fella in socks.
Well, those
Just
people you go up
give-
to and go, excuse me, if you'd care to take a photo of me, I'm actually quite famous in the home counties.
I don't know if you've seen Google, but have a look at that. Oh, Russell Brand, most interesting author of the week in Hertfordshire. Look, you, things are going very well out here. Now let's have a nice little record, a bit of a chin
We
wag,
ain't
and then
got time
probably the
for
end
a
of the
record.
show.
We're nearly at the end. G's
What
in
time
his
is
chair.
it? G's in his chair.
Yep.
We've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes left because you're on LA time.
Oh, crikey, yeah, I
Hanging
suppose
out with
it's
your
all a bit
celeb
upside.
pals.
Yeah, well, not for much longer. You've
High on
ruined
mouse
most of
dirt.
their relationships. Listen, my little mouse dirt castle is the finest luxury any man could wish for. Now, to summarise this at times stupid show, let's have Mr. G, the poet laureate, not just of this show, but of all London town. Woo, Mr. G, there he goes. Yeah, hooray for him.
Okay, this poem is called Welcome to the Lecture Dome. In Hollywood, with gloves of wood, a stately lecture dome was seen, with anecdotes and frantic strokes for bros posters that gleam. Inside LA, with much to say, suggesting stringless treats, while the cat's away, the UK will play with cheeseheads on TV.
Whoa!
Between googling big boobs, looming Aussie news and seagull biographies, a house infused with mousy poos trying to impress celebrities. Within the shadow of the mound of pleasure, orgy stories floated with pigs in the sky. So signing off with familiar sounds of good measure, nice to rolf you nice.
Woo! There he goes, yes. Mr. G.
I started clapping halfway through.
Yeah, you were well into it, weren't you, Matt? I've never seen you so enthusiastic.
Giddy.
It's like when you get your gyro, you were up in arms. Lovely business. Right, okay, well, G, have you missed me, mate?
Yeah.
Come here and say yes.
Okay, alright, I'll come here and say yes. We missed you.
Yeah. Of course you've missed me. When are you coming to Los Angeles?
When Matt gives us the go-ahead. We're all waiting on Matt, all of us.
What's he, like some sort of bonkers drunk
He's taking
general?
over the whole place.
We're just playing bowls until it's really urgent.
He's turning the lights down. He's ordering sushi.
Is he ordering sushi there? We ain't had F all to eat in here, actually. Nick, the guilty vicar's son, ain't provided us with anything. What's going on, Nick? Dave, a perfectly good engineer, sat over there, bored out of his brain by some of this drivel. And we haven't even had a
Engineers
snack.
aren't meant to get food. They don't. That's not their job.
I'm not saying Dave should get the food. I'm saying Nick should get the food for Dave. That's what I'm saying. Okay. We've had that crackpot Martin Lewis on the radio. Should we record a bit extra just in case we want to tidy that up? Right, hold on. Let me have a look at my list.
What do you mean? What, in case you phone up and say, "Oh, can you take out the bit where Sharon undermined me?" You leave that in. You get your crappy little hands off this show.
The show will cut in Los Angeles. Where I am is where the show is cut. Right, let's have a look. Dieter Von T's done that. Oh, yeah. The real estate agent, Chris, is a bit of a beefcake as well. Like, you have one real estate agent to sell you the house and another one to, you know, to represent you, right? We've got sold it by a woman with her little red gloves on all the time. Hello, sir. No, there will not be any clearance of mouse droppings, sir. But our one, who represents us, what a beefcake. Great big fella, Chris. He's from up north somewhere.
You always get a crush on someone. Well, he's English.
Yeah, from
Liverpool.
You
get crushes on men when you're away from home.
I think that's what happens,
And
Matt.
when you're at home, you have crushes on Bros. Hello.
What's going on? I wonder what this all could indicate. All this homicide. Gay! Hello, and welcome to my regular item. This week, I'm gay. I need to come out to everyone on the radio show, but I just don't know how to do it. What shall I do? Well, you know, I suppose you could do it in a postmodern, ironic, self-referential way. Oh, okay, I'll do that then.
Well, look, you just got to look at the facts. The way you spoke to Matt Goss was like,
yeah.
Oh, Matt, oh, you're so good. And, oh, do you ever find yourself in a hotel masturbating? And then Dieter Von T's just found out, hello, I don't really want to go out with you. I'm scared of women.
That's them. Sigmund Freud said they've got teeth in their root bits. Keep away from them. They'll chomp me knob off. Oh, look at Matt and his lovely cosy chocolate pocket. Oh, when will I be shameless? I can't answer. I can't answer that. Look, I'm most certainly...
Hang on, that song, are they going, when will I be famous? And then another character says, I can't answer that.
Yeah, their agent, I think, probably, in the song. Probably the equivalent of Nick Linen, some sort of 80s version of Nick Linen, which would be just the same as this one.
It's a bizarre conversation to set to music.
It is actually, isn't it?
When will I be famous? I can't answer that.
Yeah, why not have a conversation that's a bit more decisive? It might as well be like, do you know the way to the shopping centre? No, I'm sorry, I don't live round here. It's inconclusive.
Yeah.
It might as well be conclusive. There's no conclusion. Do you know what? I can hear, a high-pitched Asbo noise. Oh, you probably can't hear this one because you're too old. Oh, it's so high-pitched. Oh, I'm so young and youthful and free. Yeah?
No,
what a racket.
That's probably like a tortoise yawning. Just in the upper reaches of your hearing.
I might as well face the truth, that I am just too long in the tooth. My old knees are starting to knock. Right, now then, that should give us more than enough to chop that lunatic bloke out.
No, don't chop anything out. You know, that's like Hitler burning books.
Not that bad, is it? And anyway, Hitler's book burning, that weren't the worst thing about him. If he'd have just kept to that, he'd have just been a vandal. It's the other things he'd done that got me down. What a killjoy he was. Right, come on, Matt. This show's nearly over. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes, I have actually. It's gone 3 in the morning.
Oh, you need to get to bed. No wonder your contributions are so lacklustre. Gee, you've been wonderful as well. Everyone in England, thank you very much. Keep listening, keep our podcast at #1, and if it's not #1, get it #1. You know it upsets me when it's not #1. Sony Awards coming up soon. We all should be getting some trophies. When are them awards?
We're nominated for an NME award. You're not even here.
You'll have to go and collect it. You know perfectly well what
they won't let us win if it's only me.
But if everyone votes, right, vote for us to win that NME award, then Matt will have to go and collect it on his own.
I'm not
which
going.
He'll hate.
Do one of those videos where you go,
I'm I'm in LA.
For this
surrounded...
little trinket.
I can't leave my house because Dieter Von Teese has put a restraining order on me. And Matt Goss has killed himself. Look, why don't you, to everyone, vote for us to win that Enemy Award, because then Matt will have to go and collect it.
Yeah, we've got to go
now. The people have spoken. Right, you don't tell me when we got to go now.
I do, actually, because people are telling me.
What a little square bossed around like teachers. Alright then, well, it's been a bloody lovely show. Thank you very much for listening. Probably there's some things that have happened in the world now, so I'm obliged to tell you these things. I love you. God, I miss you. God bless you, England's Rose. This is BBC Radio 2, online on digital and 8891 FM. Here is some news.